employee selection process in human resource management. So let's understand what is the meaning and the process of selection. See, selection is nothing process of identifying and choosing the best person out of a number of prospective candidates for a job. If I see a thousand of people, I will not interview everyone. So thousand of people came for interview for particular job. I cannot interview all the one. So for that, I have to set some criteria for eliminate unworkable persons. So after that, I have to shortlist it and go for the second level interview and choose the best person from those shortlisted. So for the my prospective candidate for a job. So that is a employee selection process, a process of identifying and choosing the best person out of a number of prospective candidates for a job. So meaning the selection is the process of choosing the most suitable person for the vacant position of in the organization. So for a particular job, I have to choose the most suitable person. That is the employee selection process. So definition. According to Dale Yoder and David Robinson, they are giving the two definitions. So one is the selection is the process in which the candidate for employment are divided into two classes, those who are to be offered employment and those who are not. And David Robinson, selection is a managerial decision. Making a process is to predict which job application will be successful if hired. So very simple. Everything is all about getting the right person for the job. Okay. So selecting him and making a judgment if you would be suitable for the particular job or not. So that is the two definition given by them. And steps in employee selection process. So the selection process may be adopted depending upon the nature of job and organization. The process may be differ from organization to organization. So here in your book, they given 9 selection process. So one by one, we are going to see. So first, application blank. See, this is the application, job application form model. So like that application form given by the organization or any sectors, like recruitment board or any private organization, they will give the application form. So it is a pre-printed application or we can download from their official website. And after the getting the application, we have to fill there. They will ask the application education qualification, co-curricular activity, working experience, expert to related activity, scale of paid run, academic distinction, and area of expertise, and so on. So everything it will ask, they are asking in the application form. And next, scrutinizing the application. So already I told, if I have thousands of people, I cannot interview all the one. So for that, I have to set some criteria for eliminating unnotable candidate. So the criteria like age, length of experience, level of education, percentage of mark, higher qualification, level of exposure, communal quotas, proficiency. So like that, I will assign some criteria and shortlisted. That is yeah, scrutinizing the applications. Selection test. Already told, the process may be differ from organization to organization. Every organization, they have to follow their own style for select their employees according to the nature of the job, according to the organization. They are choosing their style. Okay, so in your book they have selection test. They have divided two classification. One is the ability test and personality test. First, we are going to discuss about the ability test. So what is the ability test? So here through the ability test, we can measure the candidate individual's cognitive function. What is that cognitive functions? So here, such as thinking, reasoning, or remembering. So through this list, we can identify the uh, candidate individuals' cognitive functions. So like mental aptitude, problem solving knowledge of a particular field, reasoning ability and intelligence, etc. We can measure the candidate through the ability test. Aptitude test. So aptitude test is a test to measure suitability of the candidate for the post. So in the particular post, particular role, that person is suitable or not. We can measure through the aptitude test. For example, we appoint the driver, ask him to drive the car, test drive. So through this, we can identify the person who have a skill in the required perform a job or not. That is the aptitude test. And aptitude test can be measured by the following ways: numerical reasoning test, verbal reasoning test, inductive reasoning test, mechanical reasoning test, diagrammatic reasoning test, spatial reasoning test, situational judgment test, mental arithmetic test, vocabulary test, number sequence test. So first, numerical reasoning test. See, so like that, numerical data given to the candidate through this numerical data can choose the correct decision from the numerical data. That is the numerical reasoning test. So this test we can measure about the candidate numerical aptitude. Verbal reasoning test. So I hope you already know about verbal reasoning test. In your English question paper, they given some passages, and on that passage they will ask some question to you know. So in this test, measure the candidate ability to comprehend the written text and ability to arrive at a factual conclusion from the written text. That is a verbal reasoning test. Inductive reasoning test. So inductive test is one of the psychometric tests. What is a psychometric? Psychometric means to measure someone's personality. So through this, we can identify the personality of the candidate. So the selection process to measure the problem solving abilities and ability to apply logical reasoning. Mechanical reasoning test. This test specially made for the engineering students for the engineering concept. So here two persons to lift the weight. So they will ask the question, who will need to apply more force? So like this engineering questions they will ask to the engineering students. Mechanical reasoning test. Diagrammatic reasoning test. So this type of pictures given to the candidate and what it will be the next picture. So among the A, B, C, D, the candidate choose the one pictures. Okay. So the abstract ideas and ability to observe and extract value from illustration and apply them to new sample. That is a diagrammatic reasoning test. Spatial reasoning test. The test measures the candidate ability to clearly manipulate and remember the shapes, still images, and find out pattern which govern the sequence. So in this picture, the candidate can identify the exact pictures to remember the shapes. So that is a spatial reasoning test. Situational judgment test. So the candidate should handle the critical situation, how they are taking the judgment. So like that we can identify the candidate through the situational judgment test. Mental arithmetic test. So we have four arithmetic operation: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. This is a basic numeric ability. So it tests the speed of doing calculation. So through this test, we can identify that we can measure the candidate basic numeric ability. Vocabulary test. So vocabulary test, through this we can measure the candidate English languages, fluency in English languages. Number sequence test. So here they will give the different type of sequence of number. The candidate can find out the missing numbers. So this test we can measure the candidate ability to find a logic in a series or pattern. Achievement test. So the test measures a candidate capacity to achieve in a particular field. So if I ask a driver to drive a test drive, if you want to appoint a teacher, ask them to give a demonstration. So in regular examination conducted in educational institution represent a achievement test. In particular area, how much skill they have, like that we can identify through the achievement test. Intelligent test. So intelligent tests are one of the psychological tests that is designed to measure variety of mental ability, individual capacity of candidate. The main aim of this test is to be obtain idea of the person intellectual potentials. Judgment test. So this test is conducted to test presence of mind. So it's like a situational judgment test in different critical situation, how they are taking the decision. So like that, in the presence of mind, we can identify their presence of mind through the judgment test. And next, personality test. So through this test, we can identify the candidate personality. So like a temperament, emotional response, capability, and stability to stability. So it comprises the following test: interest test, personality inventory test, projective test, attitude test. So the first one, interest test. So here interviewer asks the interest of the candidate, and that interest they are assigned the job that is interested. For example, we appointed the PT staff. We can ask you are like which sports. So suppose he will give the answers volleyball, means we can assign the volleyball coach. That is a interest test. Personality inventory test. So through this test, we can identify, we can measure the candidate personality. So like a interpersonal robot, dominance, introvertness. Introvertness means the shy person or reserved person. Extrovert means energetic person or enjoying person. And we can identify their self-confidence, lowest end quality. So this test assesses the reliability and inert characters of the candidate concerned. And projective test or thematic appreciation test. So in this test, so like this picture given to the candidate, ask them to write narration about these pictures. So through this picture, we can measure the candidate values, attitude to apprehensive personality, etc. Attitude test. This test measures candidate tendencies towards the people, situation, action, and related things. For example, moral studies, value studies, social responsibility study, expresses attitude test, and the like are conducted to measure the attitude of the candidate. Thank you, students. So in this video, we discussed about employee selection process and the steps in employee selection process. So remaining process we will discuss on next video. Thank you.